Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine. As you can see, Kisumu is fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, James Orengo is very angry and James Orengo is very bitter. James Orengo yesterday exploded on Raila Odinga, and James Orengo declared that ODM Party will never join William Ruto's government.
I'm saying, me as James Orengo, putting aside even my position as a governor, that justice must be done. We cannot kill our people. And the time when we are mourning them, we are looking for officers. That cannot happen. We must first deal with injustice before we can deal with the questions that arise out of that injustice. So I'm praying that Kenyans will listen to the voices of mothers like Mother Kevin to see that justice is done.
And I asked myself one simple question. Why James Orengo made that declaration? Yesterday, William Ruto, the president of the Republic of Kenya, named 11 members to the cabinet. And according to sources, Raila Odinga was also supposed to submit 7 members to the cabinet. But Raila Odinga did not submit the names from his side. And of course, it's now clear that there is serious disagreement in Azimio and in ODM Party over that list. And just before William Ruto read his statement, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka and Eugene Wamalwa Jeremiah Kioni also read a statement confirming that they will never be part of William Ruto's government.
First of all, the first important matter is to state that Azimio is united. Azimio la Umoja, One Kenya Coalition Party response to the proposed Kenya Kwanza-led broad-based government of national unity. As Azimio constituent parties, we held our respective National Executive Council sessions to discuss the proposed Kenya Kwanza-led broad-based government of national unity. The Wiper Democratic Movement, Jubilee Party, DAP Kenya, Party of National Unity, PNU, NAC Kenya, and we want to add even ODM had their parliamentary group meeting at Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Foundation. We shall not join for the straightforward reason that such actions are betrayal of the ideology, values, and tenets of both our coalition party and our constituent parties. As long as the Kenya Kwanza regime remain in place, absolutely nothing will change. A cabinet reorganization and changing of office holders will only be cosmetic.
But James Orengo's statement is what caught my attention.
And I want to say those who are in a rush to join Ruto, that Ruto is a passing cloud. I am saying that without a fear of contradiction. Because Ruto now has no money. Because he's been borrowing. And the Kenyans have told him you cannot borrow. Ruto has said no taxation. But he said he's continuing to taxation. And he refused taxation through the finance bill. So he cannot tax Kenyans. Ruto has lost the confidence of the international community. So, where is Ruto going to take us? Ruto is taking us into a sinking ship. And I'm urging everybody that joining Ruto is a disaster, is an abomination. It cannot work. And nobody is going to tell us when you are saying Ruto must go,
so in this video, I want to explain to you guys why James Orengo is very angry and very bitter with Raila Odinga over the decision to join Kenya Kwanza government. But before you do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. But before I dive in, allow me to also take this opportunity to introduce you guys to Lemfi. Lemfi is a mobile data app for users in the UK, Canada, and the United States of America to send money to Kenya. They offer the best exchange rates, and the money will be delivered instantly into your M-Pesa account, Airtel Money, and if you wish, directly into your bank account. You can use the link in the pinned comment to download the app. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of political realignments are likely to take place in the Republic of Kenya. For those who have been following the political developments this week, I know you are really shocked at the development. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka was stopped by the ODM men in black from reading Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance statement after their parliamentary group meeting. Before that parliamentary group meeting, ODM Party had also met, and their parliamentary group meeting agreed and allowed Raila Odinga to join the government of William Samoei Arap Ruto. In fact, that's why I don't understand why James Orengo had to explode the way he exploded yesterday. And because in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence, everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve specific political objectives. I want to give you the reasons why Orengo is totally against the move by Raila Odinga to join government.
when we say Ruto must go with all his people. The entire government must go. Nobody's going to remain there.
One of the leaders may have had an opinion, maybe saying, oh, we are not going to dialogue. Okay. Even Jacom himself was on record as saying we are not going to dialogue. But Jacom subscribes to the ideals of the party, that is ODM. That's the party that he leads. And the moment he sits down with the team and people put their opinions on the table, then it is the majority opinion that carries the day.
The first reason, in my view, is ODM factional politics. Since the last election, camps have actually emerged within ODM party. In fact, if you studied the last election, camps were actually there. In ODM, I'm not talking of Azimio. There is a camp which includes Hassan Joho. It includes Junet Mohammed. That camp includes Gladys Wanga. That camp includes majority of members of parliament from the coastal region. And then there's another camp which is led by Orengo. That camp includes mostly the Luo MPs. And the Luo MPs were very bitter with Raila Odinga because they believed that Raila Odinga made Junet Mohammed and Hassan Joho to be too close to him. In fact, the reason why Junet Mohammed faced a lot of challenges was because as a result of the members of parliament. They believe that Raila Odinga ought to have a Luo around him. Like, for example, in this current situation, they have a strong feeling that Jacom is negotiating, but with Joho, with Oparanya, and with Junet Mohammed, and that there is no Luo. And when it comes to the street, majority of ODM supporters who normally bear the brunt of the demonstrations are normally the Luos. So because of that, they are totally against the move. Someone was telling me what transpired when Kalonzo Musyoka was stopped by the ODM men in black, that Raila Odinga was chairing the meeting. And they had agreed that, they did not agree on on that particular aspect of joining the government. And the person who normally writes the statements for Raila Odinga or on behalf of Azimio is normally Dennis Onyango. So Wajackoyah the fifth and James Orengo led the objection to the move to join the government. And because they had the fear that if Dennis Onyango was to be allowed to write a statement, he was going to maybe write certain things which was not going to go with the way they wanted it. So they took over the writing of that statement. That's James Orengo and Wajackoyah the fifth. That's the point Raila Odinga got angry and left. The rest, you know how it ended. So this the factional politics. And beyond that, it's deep. Oburu is for the idea of joining the government. Ruth Odinga is against. I don't know about Mama Ida and the family, but the truth of the matter is that there is factional politics within ODM Party. The other group feels that they were actually left out. So that's number one. Number two is Raila Odinga succession politics. Who is going to succeed Raila Amolo Odinga? Because these guys believe that Raila Odinga is keen on going to the African Union Commission. And therefore, he's trying to leave the party in the hands of Joho and Oparanya. But what about the Luo? That's where James Orengo is coming in, and that's where Babu Owino is also coming in. Orengo believes that is the one who should succeed Raila Amolo Odinga. Babu Owino is also creating a name for himself. So what do you do in that situation? You read the mood. So they've read the mood, because the truth of the matter is that majority of ODM supporters are not for the idea of Raila Odinga joining the government as we speak. Because of the way Kenya Kwanza government maimed their supporters, eliminated their supporters, you know, just the kind of treatment, especially which was targeted at ODM youths. So James Orengo, Babu Owino are trying to align themselves with the youths. Not really the youths, but so James Orengo and Babu Owino are trying to align themselves with the political realities in Nyanza. There's a strong feeling that as at now, this is not the moment, this is not the right time for Raila to lead ODM brigades in joining government. Number three is the Gen Z effect. You know, if there's a group of people who have shocked the entire country, then it's the Gen Zs. Most people thought these guys were not politically aware. Most people thought that these are guys you could just sit on them. They've shocked everybody. They're politically aware. They know what's happening. They know what's supposed to happen. And they're now taking charge of the situation. In fact, next week, I'm told there's going to be the vetting of the cabinet secretaries. I'll be really following that, because the Gen Zs are going to make life very difficult for some of the cabinet secretaries. So the Gen Zs are totally out of the equation. Because for them, their demand is William Ruto must. So the moment Raila Odinga tried to appear to be joining William Ruto, Raila Odinga became the enemy. Anybody who is trying to work with Ruto becomes the enemy. For example, personally, I think at some point I almost became the enemy, because I asked a simple question that, you know, a good soldier knows when to retreat. And I advised them that it had reached a point where now they needed to retreat. Oh, those guys are not joking. Yeah. So Gen Zs are totally against the move by Raila Odinga to join government. For me, I want Raila Odinga to join government. I know you do ask me why. Raila Odinga is keen on going to the African Union Commission. For Raila Odinga to go to the African Union Commission, he must work with the government. And if anything, we are not sure whether Raila Odinga will be on the ballot in 2027. And because the country is in a very complicated situation right now. If Raila Odinga can change anything, this is the moment. Let Kenyans allow him appoint these people to the cabinet, then judge those people. Because sometimes you might assume that Raila Odinga will change, transform the country. Then, when he's given a chance, it will be worse than Ruto. So this is the moment. Let him appoint Joho. Let him appoint Oparanya. Let him appoint, I'm told Toji is also coming in. Let him appoint Mbadi as the finance. Then you see whether Mbadi will be calling on Kenyans for more taxes. Because the Ministry of Energy has also been reserved for him. Let us see whether he will initiate reforms in the energy sector so that Kenyans can enjoy cheaper fuel, Kenyans can enjoy cheaper electricity tariffs. Because, but of course, Kenyans have different opinions. Me, from the onset, I've always maintained that Raila Odinga ought just to have kept off politics. That has been my stand. In fact, I don't know why he's still in politics. He should have waited at the right time to make a comeback. Number 4 is the populist politics. James Orengo is now riding on the wave. Kalonzo Musyoka is riding on the wave. And every other person is riding on the wave. That's populist politics. And of course, lastly, there are also concerns by people like Orengo that Raila Odinga is walking into a trap. That William Ruto is not joining with allowing Raila Odinga to join the government. Of course, Raila Odinga as a person will not be joining government. Raila Odinga will be in AU. But his members, his team. In fact, if our Raila Odinga had just appoint a few people who are not politicians, and people will not even know that they are my people. I'll go and pick Willis Otieno, maybe someone else. They are very tough people. Yeah, but there's a group who feels that a trap has been laid for Raila Odinga and is not seen. So the only way to stop him is by making noise. That Ruto is not sincere. That Ruto just wants to use Raila Amolo Odinga. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. By the way, I'm going to Alego today. If you see me somewhere, until that time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.